trying to get our hands to work together, and Mom, you're just opposite. So if you hold yours, because you're, do this, face your son, come here, because we're both going this, because, so, yep, stand, just give your mom some room. So basically, if everybody's trying to hit it, we're trying to hit it in the field behind me, right? So your mom can stand over here, you can stand here because you're lefty and a righty. So then I just have to think about this for a second. So right hand goes on top. So when we do it on here, it's, for us it's the left hand on top. For you, it's the right hand on top. Thumbs go right down. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay.
Got it, Josiah?
The stance is your feet shoulder width apart, so it's the inside of your feet to the outside of your shoulders, and then you bow at your waist to get the rest of the way down to get the club on the ground. And then you can bend your knees just ever so slightly, not too much. The basketball part, I do have skiers and basketball people that I train, but their knees go too much. Basketball players use their knees because they throw the ball up in the air. But if golfers do that, we swing over top of the ball and we miss it. Does that make sense?
Did that make sense?
Okay.
So, you look good, Josiah.
Yeah, so when you're comfortable there, so grip looks good, you feel good, so just point this toe just a little bit for me. So, yep, good. Square them up, kind of, we call it square. That's good. Knees are bent, bend to the waist, good. And then set the club right down on the ground, just lightly, good. Because ultimately the ball is going to be sitting behind there. Okay. The ball sits behind yours, all right? Okay, so that's what we call the address position, all right? It doesn't matter, so you ultimately, if you decide to keep playing this game, if you bought a bag of clubs to play it for real, you're allowed to carry up to 14 clubs. They can be configured however you want, but basically it's usually a short club, a putter to roll it on the green when we get over the greens, up to a driver to try to get it all the way out to that red post, and then irons in between that. And then basically you stand the same way for all those clubs. The only thing that changes is the driver is longer than the wedges that you have in your hand, so the ball ends up being off your inside of your foot and a little bit further away from you, okay? But no matter what, for the rest of the time you play this game, choosing on whatever you hold that grip, whether it's 10 fingers, interlock, or overlap, that's your one. Just start practicing doing it every single time. That's the stance you're going to take with every single club, okay? And then you're going to swing it the same way with every club. Like I said, the only thing that changes is the club gets a little bit longer. Does that make sense? All right? So a couple quick things before we hit it. One of the things we're trying to do is we talk about the bottom of this club like a face first and foremost, and in the center of the face is what we call the sweet spot, okay? When the club and the ball are on the ground, if you keep that handle just ever so slightly ahead of the bottom, does it look like it's close to the sweet spot there?
What's the sweet spot again?
Right in the center of the face, okay? See what happens now?
It pops it up.
See what happens now? It actually conversely goes the other way. This hits it and it rolls it across the ground. Okay, so you want to try to keep the top of the handle ever so slightly ahead of the bottom when you hit it, and that the club sends the ball in the air, okay? To help you understand to stand properly, like this part's easy, standing, bend the knees ever so slightly, bend over. We talk about the bottom of the club also like a foot. So you got the toe of the club.
Next question.
Yeah.
Is it like pool?
Not quite.
No. With that hit?
A little bit like, pool makes sense of like when you strike down it puts a little bit of English on it. These grooves put the English, which actually sends the ball in the air. Does that make sense? Is that what you mean by pool?
Yeah, but I did get that, but I was thinking in terms of focusing on how the hit.
Correct. Like if you when you get ready to hit the cue ball, like you're gonna focus on trying to hit it right in the center or down to the bottom because you're trying to put English,
right.
Or maybe you're trying to hit it on the side because you're doing the fancy shots, trying to make it spin left. Does that make sense? Though?
Yes.
And if you hit the top of the ball, it puts too much stop and it keeps rolling and roll right in the pocket. Right?
Gotcha.
Golf is kind of the same thing. A little bit conversely, if you stand up and hit the top of the ball, it'll still go forward, but it goes rolling on the ground, and you don't really control how far it goes because it goes as long as the grass lets it keep rolling. So you can't really control the distance as well that way.
Nope. Yep.
Yep. So we're just about to. Yep. I'm just about to cover that for him. So with the foot, so that's okay. So the bottom of the club is like a foot. The toe of the club, which your mom was just pointing at, the heel, and the sole, and then the face we talked about a second ago. So if you stand properly on the ground and set it down there, see how it sits sole on the ground? If you bend over too much, the toe has a tendency to, see how the toe started coming off the ground? You're hunched over too much. If you get too close to it and stand up too straight, then the heel comes off the ground. Yes, so that's too much, okay? So if you set the club just lightly on the ground here, nice and square, that kind of tells you where you need to be when you go to hit that club. Does that make sense? Okay? And then the last piece of it, like she said, is that square. So if I'm trying to hit this at the building, that's where it's going with this club. If I start to go at this building and I turn this club this way as I'm swinging, the ball is actually going to go over there. If I start to swing at that building and I let the club slide open, the ball is going to go over there.
So whichever way you turn.
So pretty much so we call it squaring it up, right? So the club sits down. What's going to happen is you're going to swing it, both of you. You're going to take it away, right? And when you come back to hit it, some people return it like this and then it goes to the right. Some people bring back and they turn it over and it goes to the left, or for you to the right because you're left-handed. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right.
So you want to try to get it straight.
Correct. Yep. That's pretty good. So
and
back.
That's the purpose of the grip.
Correct. Yep. So the grip you're trying to control. So
That's
one of the things if you hold it right out in front of you here like this, look at me. You stand right over here. Both of you hold it right out in front. Okay, I'll get some space here. Okay. You're gonna take it back on your back swings. Okay. So that's your follow through. Keep it up nice and level here. Relax your hands just a little bit.
You gotta have good back for this.
Yeah, yeah. So good there. So when you take it back, you're gonna let your hands roll it over. It's like we're trying to serve a glass of lemonade. Okay. When you come back to hit it, you're gonna try to square it back up where the ball is, and then you're gonna spill the lemonade. That's what makes the ball go. Does that make sense? So when your hands are working against each other, people will take it back properly like this. And when they come back through, they forget to turn it back over. Well, that ball is going to go to the right. Does that make sense? Or they take it back, they come through, and they get too quick with their top hand. Now the ball is going to go to the left. Does that make sense? So in golf, we call this square. You know what I mean by square? See how it's nice and square here?
Keep it straight.
Yeah. So if you return it this way, it's going left. If you return it this way, it's going right. If you return it right here, it's going the right way, especially if you hit it in the sweet spot. Make sense? And then to make it easier to where you are, keep your arms extended. Stay right there. Nope, stand still. Spread your feet. Okay, bow over.
No.
Nope, take this right down the ground.
Forward.
Yep, keep bowing, keep going. So it's down the
And only a little bit.
So now that same swing you were doing up level, you're doing down around the ground like you're trying to follow a hula hoop.
Whoa. Wait.
No, he's okay. He's okay. Go ahead.
He's scared me.
No, he's fine. He's thinking about it. I like it. I want you both to do one thing for me. So turn the club upside down. This is going to hook right in behind your hand. Grab it like you were grabbing it normally on the bottom. So your top hand's on the other, so you're off of your hand. Stop. Spread out a little bit. So you're lefty, so you want to swing it that way. So you're right. So you're going to try to swing it that way. Face the range, both of you, and just give some bag room.
Back up a little.
Just come towards me so we don't hit that bag stand. So you're going to try to swing it out that way.
Move back a little bit more from him, Josiah.
No, he's good. I'm going to good spot. Go ahead and swing it towards where we're trying to hit the ball. Good. You hear that whoosh? That's what we want to hear, that whoosh. And we want to hear the whoosh down here. Do it again. That's it. So do me one favor. You got some bubble gum on this heel. Can I see that heel? Take it up. Nope. Put it flat down on the ground again. Don't point like you're in your golf position. Like
You got stuff on the bottom of your shoe.
Hold still. Just relax. Start over again. Get in your golf posture. Point the toes forward. Nope.
Forward.
Forward.
To me, Josiah. Towards me. Thank you.
See this? Stand facing me just this way. Square this
Turn the
toe
other
up.
one towards. Yep.
Yep.
Not your
Just
body.
normal.
Just
Just
your
relax
feet.
your body. There's your posture. Okay? Stay right there. Toe on the ground. Watch me. See my toes on the ground? See that bubble gum on my heel? Show me how I just did that. Turn. Yep, do it again. Keep turning. Oops, sorry, Josiah. That's how you're going to finish. When you were making those whipping swings, your foot was stuck to the ground. That allows you to turn your hip towards the swing. Go ahead. That's it, but now make it whoosh. There you go. That's the golf swing.
That looks good.
Yep. Ready? All right. So then the other big thing is, I love that you're trying to do it really hard. That's fine because you want to make it whoosh. But ultimately, when we turn it around the other way, you're going to try to control that just a little bit so you hit the ball solid. Does that make sense?
So it's not always about the
But that's the
power,
swing.
but
Yeah. So like that's good. That's like showing me the movement, but it's too slow because I still want to hear the whoosh, right? You want to do it enough that you hear the whoosh. You just don't want to feel like you're swinging out of your shoes to make it happen. Okay, do it one more time and make it whoosh. That's really good. Does that make sense? All right, you ready for the hard part now?
Hard part?
Yeah, hit the golf ball. These are the easy parts, just telling you how we do it. Hard part is now we gotta hit the ball.